Hello children, welcome to Monday Fun Stories, and I hope you enjoy this one. I had fun picking it out because it reminded me of being a little girl. The name of our story is Wanda's Monster. It is written by Eileen Spinelli and illustrated by Nancy Hayashi. Copyright text 2002 by Eileen Spinelli, and illustrations are copyrighted in 2002 by Nancy Hayashi. When I was a little girl, and I was a little girl once, honest I was afraid of a few things, and one of them was the dark, and I'm sure that a lot of you have fears out there right now. Wanda certainly had hers. Let's see how she learned to deal with the monster. Wanda was afraid there was a monster in her closet. Dad brought his flashlight. He zigzagged the beam across Wanda's dresses and shirts into her empty rain boots and shoes. "No monster there," he declared. "Nope, no monster," added Wanda's mom, mopping the closet thoroughly. She packed up some clothes Wanda had outgrown. "Little cousin Ruthie can use these," Mother said. Wanda's big brother snickered. There's no such thing as monsters. But when the others had gone, Granny came in. She sat on the edge of Wanda's bed and said, "You know, there could be a monster." Wanda's eyes grew big as quarters. "Really?" Granny put her ear to Wanda's closet. She listened. She gave the door a tap with her elbow. She listened again. "Yep," she said at last. "I do believe there's one in there." "Oh no," Wanda cried and hid behind her beanbag chair. "Oh no is right," said Granny. "How would you like to live in a cold, dark closet?" "Oh, I never thought about it," Wanda replied. "Of course you didn't think about it," said Granny. "Look at this room. Pretty wallpaper, flowered curtains at the windows, toys, games, books, soft pillows. All that monster has to rest his head on is an old rubber rain boot." "But what does a monster care?" said Wanda. Granny wagged her finger at her granddaughter. "See, that's the kind of attitude monsters have to deal with." She pointed to the closet door. "Why do you think monsters hide themselves in closets and basements and attics and under beds?" And Wanda peeped. "Why?" "Because they're shy, that's why." That night, Wanda went to bed, but she couldn't sleep. She couldn't stop thinking about what her grandmother had said. At last, she got out of bed. She dragged one of her pillows to the closet. She quickly tossed it in and slammed the door. "There," she said. The next night, she tossed in her panda bear. Slam! And the next night, a coloring book and a box of crayons. Slam! Slam! One night, she felt especially brave. She gave the door a tap with her elbow and listened. She almost thought she heard something. Wanda began reading bedtime stories out loud. "Here's one you'll like," she called out. At first, she sat on the bed, then on the floor before the closet. She tried to choose stories that weren't too scary. When she wrote her first poem, she recited it. She opened the door just a crack. When Aunt Sue brought little cousin Ruthie over to help bake cookies, Wanda nudged a cookie under the door with a stick. One day, Wanda said to Granny, "You know, I'm sort of getting used to that monster." And Granny said, "Better not get too attached. He'll be leaving next week." "What?" said Wanda. "Oh yes," said Granny. "Monsters have rules, you know. They never stay in one closet for more than 17 days and nights. Time's about up, I do believe." And Wanda felt an ache in her heart. On the 17th day, a snowstorm howled about the house. Wanda looked out the window. "He can't go anywhere in this," she said to Granny, and Granny shrugged. "Monsters are always on schedule." That's when Wanda decided to give the monster her favorite scarf, the one she had gotten for her birthday, something to keep him warm. She also decided to give him an address for his next visit printed on a card, someplace close by, so he wouldn't have to trudge too far in the blizzard. She put the scarf and the card in a box. She set the box in the closet. She blew a kiss into the darkness. "Goodbye," she whispered, and gently closed the door. And there goes poor little monster out trudging in the snow, looking at the next house he's supposed to visit. Well, the next morning, Aunt Sue telephoned. "Come quick, little Ruthie is screaming. She says there's a monster in her closet." Everyone ran to Aunt Sue's. Wanda's dad brought his flashlight. Wanda's mom brought her mop. Wanda's big brother rolled his eyes. "There's no such thing as monsters." Granny winked at Wanda. "I'll go make some tea." When the two of them were alone in the bedroom, Wanda said to little Ruthie, "There could be a monster." Ruthie's eyes grew big as quarters. "Really?" Wanda put her ear to little Ruthie's closet. She listened. She gave the door a tap with her elbow. She listened again. "Yup," she said, "I do believe you have one." So what happened in this story? Wanda got brave because she looked at the little monster in her closet that really wasn't there in different eyes. And I love the pictures of the poor little monster who is probably more afraid of us than we are of it. So that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And you know, our fears are going to be there for a long time, but just remember to face them. Remember that God loves you and will be with you anytime you need him to be. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Bye.